Hey gang, we are here to talk about traffic. If you have played this game for even a short while, eventually your city has become fucked and clogged with traffic. This city here, 440,000 people, and the traffic is pretty dialed in, I must say. Uh, it's taken a lot of time for me to figure out the best way to avoid traffic jams. These traffic jams are not too bad. Let's speed it up a little bit. Where's our reddest area here? Okay, so I do have a bit of an issue on this map right now. A couple of the bus routes have put out about 200 buses for some reason. So yeah, this is the area here. So I've just reduced that. So those buses should gradually go down and get rid of that traffic jam. So the rest of the map is pretty red, as you can see. So first things first, some of the things that I do at the beginning of a map are not being used currently because the traffic is so dialed in now. But a couple things that I always do right at the very beginning is I just turn on this heavy traffic ban, just in general. Just get it on. It prevents heavy traffic from going through any neighborhoods that it shouldn't. You can turn it off later once things are all dialed in, but I like to have that on to start. The other one I will turn on early in the game is Old Town. It again prevents any traffic from going into a neighborhood if it's not supposed to be there. Encourage biking is another small one, but it definitely helps as well. So none of the other ones really help all that much. So let me double check here. Sometimes I turn on free public transport early in the game to get more people on transit. I don't have that on now. And yeah, so now in the game itself, one of the biggest things that I do and what I did with this one here is you can see this big section of the industrial is on the bottom side of that big highway. So that's the main highway that when I started the map, you can see here, that was the highway that came in from the outside. So when I first started this game, this whole zoning section here I didn't do right away. And this one over here I didn't do until the end. I started with the industrial here, and on the other side of the highway, I started with the zoning. I had no road connections between the two. Some of these road connections, the bridges over the highway, were added later. I kept the industrial completely separate to make sure that I could keep the traffic from getting clogged up. And you can see even within this side of the map, this one big outside perimeter road does not really connect to the industrial. The industrial is kept completely separate from everything else. This is huge. Like, it's the industrial vehicles, for me, that clog up the map faster than anything else. Keep them separate. Make sure they've got multiple ways in and out. Make sure you've got, really, really important as well, is, yeah, make sure you've got lots of transit. So lots of transit stations in and out. I got the cargo airport there. Every type almost of public transportation to get people from the industrial side over to the zoning. And then as you kind of tweak your map, as your map grows, you just got to keep the transit going. Really, really big, really important. So those are the biggest things I found. You're always going to have traffic issues throughout the map that you got to troubleshoot, but keep that industrial separate, and it will help huge with your traffic. Good luck.